Hi, this is Rick Pedley. Welcome back to PK Safety Supply. Today we're going to be looking at the 3M 6000 series full face respirator. This particular one happens to be medium, the model 6800, small 6700, large 6900. Comes in a box. Just shove this to the side. Inside the mask is going to come in a drawstring bag. This plastic bag can be used to keep the mask nice and clean when you're not using it. Get that out of the way. Comes with its instructions and part numbers for all the cartridges and whatnot that you can use with it. Mask itself is going to come first with a tear-off. Now these are a clear mylar material, a little bit of adhesive on each end, and this is used to cover the lens when the mask is being used. And there's a few different reasons for that. If you're a painter or anything that's going to have flying spray, it's going to keep that lens clean. If you're anything that's abrasive, it's going to keep that lens from getting scratched when you put it down on the bench or whatever it might be. So these things are important. They give you one free one, but definitely if you're going to use this mask, I suggest you buy some additional ones of these. Then it does also come with a little static cling cover, and this is going to keep the lens nice and clean before you get it in the box, right? The lens on this, which is the most prominent thing on the mask, is made of polycarbonate, very strong, very lightweight, optically quite good, very clear, but of course it makes up virtually the entire mask. So if this thing gets scratched or it gets to the point where you can't see through it, you pretty much have to toss the mask because it costs as much as buying a new one. Okay, the other features we're going to have here before we put some cartridges on this, the bayonet connector with a gasket here. This is where the air comes in. When the air comes into the mask, it flows across the lens. This helps reduce fogging. And then from there it goes into the nose cup. This nose cup inside, this is going to keep your breathing isolated from the lens. That's going to keep the fogging to a minimum. While there is an anti-fog lens, this is really what does the job. You'll see that this material, elastomeric rubber material, has a wide sealing flange, and a full face mask really does get better sealing than a half mask because it's going across the flattest parts of your face. It doesn't have to contend with the nose or mouth, something like that. It's very easy. The mask is held on by these rubber straps. These go over the back of your head, and this is going to keep it tight against your face. Once you've exhaled, the exhalation valve is up front, and this then directs the air downward. Makes for pretty easy breathing. One thing I'll mention, I do wear glasses, so wearing a full face mask is a little bit of a challenge if you wear glasses. They do have available a prescription lens insert. And what this looks like is a little pair of safety glasses that hangs inside the mask. And what that's going to do is allow you to go get a prescription filled, and where this will hang inside the mask and allow you to see what you're doing. If we were to be wearing glasses, you can imagine the temple of your glasses would compromise the seal, rendering the mask, well, close to useless. So, as I mentioned, this uses all the same cartridges and filters. Here I have a 3M 2097. This is a P100 organic vapor combo. And this is the filter that we use for our mold remediation kit, the model 68097. And these things, you just push them on, give them a quarter turn, and they click. Now they're on there. Now the mask does have to have filters or cartridges on it to be of any value whatsoever. The air gets filtered by these, as I mentioned, into the mask, across the lens, into the nose cup, where you're going to breathe it, and then when you breathe out, comes out the exhalation valve. This is a very popular product if you're doing the sort of work where things are going to get in your eyes. I mentioned mold. Spores can attack you through your eyes. Or the dust is very thick as opposed to wearing goggles. This is going to filter all the air, so you're not going to get dust in your eyes. And there are, of course, quite a few chemicals, chlorine being one, that does attack mucous membranes. Your eye's a prominent part of that. Something to look at. certainly. They're a little more expensive, certainly, than a half-mask respirator, but they do offer quite a bit more protection. And that's it. That's the 3M 6000 full-face respirator. Thank you.